Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co-host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Saturday? Saturday night. I know I was going to say that Sunday night.
Yeah.
This Sunday night. Hope y'all had a good weekend. We'll get into this episode of Vet Plus Sports, and we'll let Beans do our shout out to our listeners.
All right. We like to thank those that come to watch our live. Thank you for giving us your undivided attention, and those that'll come back and watch the replay. Thank you for that. And for our radio listeners, we have our faithful cities like San Jose, California, Ashburn, Virginia, Los Angeles, California, Washington, D.C., Boardman, Oregon, Grinzak-Weilen, Germany, and Brussels, Belgium. Thank y'all for listening.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Well, we'll just go ahead and start this episode out with Beans' right now favorite sport, and he is hooked. I think Caitlin.
I know.
Watch it now. And we'll start with the women's NBA, starting with scores and talking about Caitlin Clark. The Fever won 102-83. Buckner outdid her with points.
Yep, point wise.
Point. Clark had 14 points. And 13 assists. So Caitlin got a double-double. You got some backfeed. You got some backfeed or something going on there, Beans.
Yeah. Oh, I know what it is. Let me just go ahead. I had the show on the phone. That way I was watching it. I was like, okay, and then they just started because as we talking, also the phone, because on my phone I had put it on X. That's what it was, the echoing in the background.
It's going on now, like it's still going like a vacuum or something.
Huh, I cut that off, so I wonder.
There you go. It went. Whatever you did, I guess it's gone now.
Oh, I had my notebook on top of the keyboard.
Gotcha. Okay. They just starting all of a sudden. But yeah, Buckers had 21 points. Caitlin had 14 points, but 13 assists. She had a double-double with 5 steals. Most important thing, like you mentioned before we got on, Fever got the win. They are 11-10. And I don't know what to think about this Fever team right now, which a lot of it, Caitlin ain't been in the lineup a lot. She's been out 2 or 3 times hurt. So
True.
They ain't got in their rhythm and their role. But, I mean, they have plenty of time. They got, 20-some games left to get it going, to make that middle pack run for the playoffs.
Yep.
But this team could still be dangerous if they get it going, even for them upper teams.
Yeah, if they run like they did this game and last game they put up 99 points on, I forgot who that. That was the Atlanta Dream. Atlanta Dream are no scrubs. They are a championship contender, but they put 99 on them, beat them by, I wonder what you call it. If you wanted to say rigged, I guess this would be because they beat them by 19 points, and they beat the team today by 19 points.
Friday night, the Fever beat the Dream 99-82. And in that game, you had for Fever, you had Boston had 19 points, 6 boards, 8 assists. That's not a bad game right there.
Sure not.
And Canada for the Dream had 30 points, 8 assists. But then 30 points was not enough. And then I'll go over Saturday's games, and then we'll get to the rest of the games for today. Saturday, you had the Sky beating the Lynx.
Ooh, that's the game I wanted to talk about, too.
81. Hey, me and you said this, and we was wrong. We said there's no way the Sky's going to beat the Lynx, but we said they needed to beat the Lynx to start helping themselves to move that run. And, well, they beat them 87-81.
Well, while we on it, we talk about this. Let's go ahead and talk about it. For the first time, Tyler Marsh, I guess he did some studying. He was watching him some tape. The Twin Towers actually came through. Camila Cardosa and Angel Reese, I guess they just, Angel Reese threw away that Caitlin is better and all this, the Caitlin hate and everything, and decided to focus on just playing basketball. 19 points. I think she had 19 points and 11 boards. And Cardosa had 17 points, 15 boards, 2 blocks. One of the blocks was an important block in the fourth quarter because they were coming back. The Lynx was coming back. I forgot who she blocked. Might have been Nafisa Collins, but she had got an important block to keep them from tying the game, and it was just like they did awesome. They had
They
another
they
person.
had that game. The Sky only had 8 points off the bench, and that came from Elizabeth Williams. That's the only points off the bench. So all their scoring came from their starters.
Oh, oh yeah, I done lost you for a minute. I forgot. We didn't hear nothing you said. You froze up.
Um, but I said Arizona. They only got 8 points off the bench that game. To Sky, so all their points came from the starters. So
Yes,
and they
because
need
one
they
of them.
needed they needed those 8 points off the bench to win because they only won by 6.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. Kia Nurse, she was on the she came off the bench. She played I think it was 16 minutes cuz I forgot I was supposed to write it down, but I
That's
didn't do
16
it.
minutes. I got it right here. It's 16 minutes.
16 minutes, 0 points,
Yep.
0 rebounds.
Well, you got
And then
Rebecca
Rebecca
Allen,
Allen,
12 minutes.
yeah, well only 3 rebounds. But at least she put up something on she has something in the stats.
She had 3 assists.
3 assists, not rebounds.
Yeah, 3 assists. Actually, let's see. I'm trying to see for his rebounds. I think she had, yeah, she had 3 rebounds also. Two defense and no, let's see, yeah, 2 defense, 1 offensive rebound to go along with those 3 assists.
Oh, okay.
She had 3 rebounds along with Nurse. Um, but that was the score there.
But see, Kia Nurse used to be in the starting lineup, and I think that's one of them things that's petty. Now, see, here's the thing. As far as now, I'm skipping because I want to talk about the Fever for a minute. How the Fever was, what their slump, and how they. I think their whole thing of while they lost all these games is because the stuff that goes on in the locker room and stuff that goes off court. You know, women are petty, and I might get some heat for saying this, but unfortunately, if the Fever was a men's team right now, I could easily see them being about 26-5 right now.
Well, the thing is with women, they can't put stuff aside. It eats at them,
Exactly.
and they just can't
No
put
one
it
tears
aside.
down a woman better than a woman. I
And
mean, men
guys,
have done many mean things to women, but we can never tear down a woman like a woman can.
and when guys have beats with each other, if they get on the court, that's put aside. It's game time.
Exactly.
Uh, but women are different, and it shows on the court. It shows on the play if there's anything going on, and women are a lot of drama. I mean, they just can't stop. They won't let it be.
Exactly. And that's just like with the thing with the women. Unfortunately, like men will throw that stuff aside, especially when money is involved.
Oh yeah,
Even though women they got money involved, they still carry on. I was like,
they
why,
just
why,
they.
why, why?
And another game yesterday I'll mention is the Aces and the Valkyries.
That
Aces
was a
won
good game.
104 to 102. Aja Wilson coming back 34 points, 16 boards.
Uh huh.
And guess what? I didn't have her in my lineup. She was still out.
Oh.
I had her still in the IR, so I lost all those fantasy points. But all right, now I'll get back to the rest of the day's games here on Sunday. Um, um, we had the like I said, I don't know if I mentioned. I think I did. Liberty beat the Dream 79-72 today.
Yeah, we no, I think we
Sparks.
just talked about it beforehand. We didn't mention
Yep.
it just right now.
Um, well, they Liberty beat the Dream, um, which that's helping the Fever now. Think about that. Oh, we get the
Yep.
standings here in a minute. Sparks beat the Suns 92-88, and then the Mystics beat the Storm, which is a big win. Mystics beat
Yeah.
the Storm 74-69. Now, since we just mentioned standings, that right there, those two losses to the Dream and the Storm is starting to tighten up middle of that pack towards the upper.
Yep.
Um, all right, so I'll run down the standings right now. All right, two, three, four, five. See, Fever is now in the sixth spot instead of the eighth spot. Um,
Good.
so, all right, the top three teams are kind of bunched together there. You got the Lynx at 18-4. They're leading by 3 games. Phoenix, Mercury, and New York Liberty are both 14-6, tied for second. And then this is where it gets fun and interesting from the fourth on down. Okay. And this only separates each other by 2 games from the fourth to the number 8 seed. 2 game separation in between that.
Wow.
So here you go. You've got the Seattle Storm at 13-9, who just lost. Atlanta Dream at 12-9, who just lost, and then Fever is at the sixth spot at 11-10. Washington Mystics in the seventh spot at 11-10, and the Valkyries in the eighth spot right now at 10-10. And the Aces are looking from the outside, so the Aces can make a run for it now too if Aja
Yeah.
Wilson is healthy.
Yep.
So it's going to be a tight race from the 4 to the 10 seed for the next few weeks.
Oh yeah.
So, um, but when I seen those losses, I knew it was going to start getting tight there, and that's what it is. So now, let's see here, Fever. Now the Fever are 4 games behind second and third. Think about that. 4 games behind second and third. All right, I'm gonna pull the Fever schedule up real fast to see if they cannot push for the second spot. Okay.
Yeah, you want to know what Tuesday's game is? I already had Tuesday's game in advance. The Suns.
Well, that's an easy win. So lock that up. And let's see if they get if now some of the teams that's in second and third right there, they're going to lose a couple more games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somewhere down the road they're going to fall a couple. Um, and if they can fall a couple before the Fever play them, and here's the well, mm,
And don't forget, Chicago Sky might creep in there too. Other
they
than the
could,
Aces, the Sky is right behind them.
yeah, but they're going to have to get on a good run. That's right, 3 or 4 games separation there.
Yeah, they are going to have to get on a good run. But
All right, like you said, Tuesday's game is the is the kinetic. Okay, here you go. You ready for this? They play the
yeah,
Suns Tuesday. They play Liberty Wednesday,
ooh,
so they can get that back in the game right there for them to beat the Liberty. They play New York back to back. Right there you go. Right there you go. There's 2 wins for them if they can pick them up, and that's going to drop the Liberty. Um, and I hate to move this, but let me go back to the standings here, and then I'll get back to their schedule. Let's see here. What happened to the standings? All right, let's go back. Mm, back one more. There we go. Back here we go. Here are the standings. Okay, so New York is sitting in the third spot, tied with Mercury. There's going to be some movement coming Wednesday, and then that next game.
right.
There's going to be movement, and the Fever here. I'll get back to their schedule. Brought back up. So I wanted to make sure I didn't want to say where Liberty was. I thought they were still third, even though I just talked about it. I didn't want to get them mixed up. But
Mixed up, right?
so July 16th, which is Wednesday, they played in New York. Then you got the All Star break, and then they don't play again until Tuesday the 22nd. They play New York again. Both of those, but get this, both of them at New York. Both of those
That's
games.
messed up. That's messed
Um,
up.
so Caitlin's got to play MJ like and get some help from her other scores that has been, and if that could take a big twist right there. So right now, what's they're 11-10. Fever.
Mm-hmm.
They can win these next 3 games. They'll be 14-10, and they're going to be moving up. and they're going to be close, that would drop New York within 2 games of ahead of the Fever
Right.
if they could pull it off. And then you go down here, you got the Vegas, the Sky on the 27th of this month, Phoenix on the 30th of July, Dallas, Seattle, Los Angeles, Phoenix again going into August, Chicago, Dallas, Washington, Connecticut, Minnesota, Seattle, Los Angeles, Golden State, Phoenix, Chicago, Washington, and Minnesota to round it out. So they can move up. All they got to do is, well, like they say, the ball's in their court. They got to come out and play, take care of business. And before the end of the season, they could be around that third spot, second spot, depending on how it all falls.
Yep.
Because I mean, Phoenix, they play Phoenix twice and they play Minnesota twice. But now there would have to be Minnesota would have to lose a bunch of games in between there, which I doubt that's going to happen.
I doubt that's gonna happen too.
For them to catch Minnesota. But now it'd be towards the end of the season. They play Minnesota. They finish towards the end, back-to-back games. So if Minnesota's already got that first seed wrapped up, they may rest some of their starters.
Yeah.
So, to me, I could see the Fever finishing around the third, fourth spot.
That's what I predicted them to finish. Remember the beginning of the season, I said they would do 30-14, and they'll be within the top 4.
Yeah.
So we coming close. I just like I don't know if we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Might still be in that top 4, but I'm worried about that 30-14 that I called out because they only got 4 more losses they can do.
That's it. Maybe they can get on a run.
Yep.
All right. You got anything? With
Yes. I had something to do with WNBA still.
Okay.
While we talking about, because last time we was talking about maybe Stephanie White was like kind of sabotaging Caitlin's career and all that. I think we was talking about that on the audio because we was talking about some of the things she's doing is not doesn't make sense. Pretty much like putting Caitlin on when they get a run going. They call a timeout, tell Caitlin to slow it down, and then the other team get back in it. Those things didn't make sense. But remember we was talking about how women can be petty and everything. And to an extent, Stephanie White, I was sitting there thinking, was Stephanie White, but see, she had 2 games under her back to where, the Fever won and Caitlin played how she needed to play. But she had those 2 games under her belt, and I'm like, that's kind of mean. But I think Stephanie White might be a little jealous. Stephanie White, now she was originally drafted back in '99 by the Charlotte Sting, on which I got to do another episode on that because there's a lot of teams in the WNBA that ain't around no more. The Charlotte Sting's not around anymore. Houston Comets is not around anymore. And the Houston Comets used to be a dynasty. They won the first 4 WNBA champions. The Detroit Shock is not around anymore. However, Detroit will be the next expansion team. So Detroit is coming back.
Yeah.
But let me see. Stephanie White, she played for the Fever during the 2000 to 2004 when when the Fever won the championship. The only Fever championship they got back in 2012. Stephanie White was the assistant coach on that, and the coach was Lynn Dunn, which is currently the current GM of Indiana. And so why would she'd hire her assistant coach to be the head coach? So I'm like, all this stuff is adding up. Now, Stephanie White does have some championship experience. She's used to being the championship, and this is the part that I wanted to do for you. She won the NCAA championship back in 1999 before she came in the draft. She won it. Guess what school she went to?
UConn?
Your alma mater, Purdue. Yeah, she won with Purdue. And it's like, so she won an NCAA championship with Purdue. She won a national title she won the championship with Indiana as the assistant coach.
Man,
So she has some championship experience, but
in Indiana.
yeah, in Indiana too. So to an extent, I don't think she's really trying to sabotage Caitlyn, but it might have some instance. She might have some flare ups to where she's a little jealous.
That's you brought out some good stuff there. So
Yeah,
that's just how going back to going back to the women fighting back and forth, the
being petty.
jealousy, yeah, being
Yeah.
mm. Anything else with the women's NBA?
Nah, that's all I had. I just when I came up across that fact today, I said, "Oh, I gotta definitely put this out."
All right, we'll move to the NBA. Mention a few things here. Ain't a whole lot right now. You go on ESPN and they got a thing here with Luca, a picture sitting on the bench. You got LeBron in the background. There's probably 6 chairs in between them. Nobody in it sitting. And it says why LeBron and the Lakers are stuck in limbo. I could tell you why the LeBron and the Lakers are stuck in limbo. It's because of LeBron. Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
you
I
know.
and it says right here underneath it. The talks of moving on from LeBron and just build around Luca. That'll be
Uh
the
huh.
smartest thing the Lakers organization can do is move away from LeBron, built around Luca. I think you'll be better off.
Uh huh.
Bring in some help that you need
Yeah.
and release Bronny James. Release him. He ain't doing
Yes.
nothing for your team. He is sucking money out. Cut your loss. Um, and move on. Start building around Luca. Then I may start pulling for the Lakers.
Right. And I'm glad you started talking about that. I got some funny news. I got some funny news about that exact same subject you was talking about. All right. First of all, let's start with this. Where did you tell me to stop getting my news from?
Instagram.
Yeah. Hey, I guess I got this news from.
Instagram.
Yeah, I did. But it was funny. So I was like, I don't think it sounds kind of true, but it's not. Guess what LeBron is doing? He is talking in front of. He wants to get rid of Luca.
There ain't no way.
Uh,
That's fake
nah,
news. That's fake news.
I don't know. To an
That's
extent,
that would be like
Luca is outshining LeBron right now.
that and you know how I'm not a big fan of LeBron. Uh, that's fake news. Okay.
I figured it was because I couldn't find it nowhere else. But it's funny news. I was like, I wouldn't put it past him to
Well,
try to get rid
I'll
of
tell
Luca.
you this. I will say this, and I'm not a big LeBron James fan, and never will be after he retires. And I wasn't an MJ fan, but once he retired, and you got to see his talent and everything else, and you know, I mean, I seen what he brought to the game of basketball, and LeBron still don't bring that. But LeBron, I'm gonna tell you this: LeBron's probably had a big part in Luca coming to LA also.
Yeah,
They
probably so.
probably because I'll guarantee you they mentioned it to him coming over, and I guarantee you he was all for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for him to push him out this quick, I don't see that, especially at the end of his career when the Lakers say, "All right, we're going to trade you, deal you. You're done. We're going to move on." Because you got a younger Luca who's got probably 10 years of good playing, unless injuries come about.
Right.
Uh, Um, yeah, I'm calling fake news. Clickbait, clickbait.
Yeah. Yeah, I sure had to click on it. I was like, let me see.
But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I don't think there's a whole lot more going on as far as some news here. Other than that, well, I mean, oh yeah, here, Bronny James, he closed out a game, gets a
Okay.
steal and beats the buzzer for I guess a game-winning shot
Okay.
in the G League.
Yep.
I still don't change my mind with that kid. I'd let him go. I'd trade him. Well, there ain't nobody gonna pick him up. Just let him drop him, let him go. Nobody's picking
Right.
him up.
But the only way you get good is you have to dominate in the G League. If you dominate in the G League, you might be average or mediocre in the NBA.
All right.
But you can't be average or mediocre in the G League because that means you're gonna be nothing in the NBA.
I remember when LeBron was in high school, and it was all news. Okay, him coming out of high school, all his highlights and everything. He's the next MJ, and which I'm going to tell you, I drank that cup of Kool Aid because I
Oh, I
watched his
did too.
highlights. I was like, man, this boy's good. This boy's good. I mean, watched him his first stint was Cleveland. I liked him. I said, man, he's got some potential. But later on, he let I creep in, and I think
Mm-hmm.
kind of ruined him. He let I creep in. Um, but Bronny James is not putting no the numbers up. Bronny James's game is not like his dad's. They're not even
Right.
close. It's
It's
not even
not.
close at all. And I'm going to tell you this, and I never seen Michael Jordan's boys play or nothing. I'd say Michael Jordan's boys would have been a closer step towards him than LeBron James is towards LeBron. I would say that, but the Michael MJ didn't want his boys playing. He even said that. He said, "I don't want my boys following these footsteps," because
Yeah,
he
because they will
knew.
always get compared to him.
Yeah, and he knew they would be compared to him, and he set such a high standard that even still now today, people are trying to compare the players to him, and you can't do it. I mean, they can argue it all they want. You look at the stats. Well, he's the scoring title. Yeah, it took what 7, 8 years longer.
Yeah.
Um, Michael Jordan always did more in a short time than LeBron did. And here we go back on this subject. I'm sorry, I'm bringing it. It seems like we talk about this a lot, but
But here's the thing. I think actually looking at it from okay, we're gonna compare both fathers, and I'm gonna put them both in they failed their son category. LeBron brought Bonnie, he hyped Bronny too much, and Michael, he what you call it, he
protected him too much.
yeah, he should have let them come out and let them decide on their own whether they wanted to play. Because you got to think about it. Because the only thing I thought, because I thought about it, Kobe Bryant's dad, Jelly Bean, I forgot what his first name was, but it was some Jelly Bean Bryant. He played. Who did he play for? I think it was the Sixers. Is who he played for.
Oh, did he play in the
Uh,
pros?
yeah, Kobe's dad played in the pros for 8 years, NBA, and then he played overseas. The
Okay.
rest of his but he didn't stop his son from going into the league. He actually what you call it, not
Encouraged him.
facilitated but
Encouraged him.
encouraged them to do it. He played with him. He was like when they was in like I said, he also played in overseas. When he played for some team in Italy. He they put Kobe, let Kobe play with the other guys. Kobe played with the professional players over there.
All right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with that. Okay, you ready?
Okay, yeah.
But I can agree with that what you said. But looking at Kobe's dad wasn't a caliber player as MJ.
He sure wasn't.
Actually, Kobe,
Kobe actually surpassed his
yeah,
dad.
surpassed his dad because Kobe, you can put Kobe up with MJ.
Because
Uh,
I don't think his dad has any championships or
I
even
don't.
played in a championship. But Kobe has five.
But even though, and here's the thing, okay, we'll put it this way: say, if Michael Jordan's boys would have played in the NBA, went and played, even if they'd have won 2 championships, in the social media world, that's a failure because they're
Yeah,
still going to be comparing him to his
to
dad.
his dad. His
It
daddy
don't
got
matter.
six and you only got two.
It's two, yeah, and that's how it was going to be compared. And now that's like to bring somebody up with MJ like today. You're trying to do it with LeBron James. They're trying so hard to, and all right, they're using stats. Okay, and I've mentioned it when Judah was on because Judah asked a question who I thought was, but even at that, I'm looking at style play. Okay, I'm looking like at ball handling skills, moves, as far as play wise goes, comparing LeBron to MJ, and it's not even close. If you watch Michael Jordan's highlights and then you watch even LeBron when he was younger in his first stint with Cleveland, the ball
Mm-hmm.
handling skills and the moves and everything, it still don't compare to me. Um, but and like I said, we talked about it. It's different airs, different style play now. The league has changed rules and regulations
Right.
compared to um, LeBron would have took a beating in the '90s. In the
Would he
'90s,
ever?
and just look at the crying that he does now over little stuff. I mean, I remember growing up, we'd watch it, and my dad would say, "They're playing football out there. That's not basketball."
Exactly.
That's what my dad would say all the time when he was growing up. So you got two total different eras of basketball, different regs, and that goes for football. We mentioned it with football. You can't touch the quarterback no more. And all those Chief haters try to blame it on Patrick Mahomes, but it started way before Patrick Mahomes. Our
Oh yeah,
man,
it did.
the goat started at Tom Brady, and at the time, I'm like, man, I said he's a crybaby, but
I don't even think Tom Brady started that. You
I
got to
see
think
why.
about when Joe Montana got carted off, and what's his name, Alex Smith for KC, who was up there right after
Yep.
Montana. How they got injured, and they was like, those were brutal injuries. This is like Joe Theismann. I mean, Lawrence Taylor broke Joe Theismann's leg, so it's
Hey,
like,
didn't Smith get carted off? He was with the Redskins.
oh yeah,
It was exactly get this. I think Theismann he was with the Redskins, wasn't he? When he got
yep,
hurt, the
yep.
exact same date, the exact same. It was a Sunday and it was a home game. The exact same date, and it may have been the exact same team they were playing when they both got the same injury.
Ooh,
But Alex Smith came back from his.
yeah.
Um,
I think Joe
but
Theismann did too. I can't remember.
I don't think his career was successful as because they was talking about the difference. Alex Smith came back and Alex done pretty good because they didn't think because I don't think Joe really came back from his too much, did it?
Nah, I
Because that
think
was later in
from
his career too.
yep.
Because that's what they were talking about, and I didn't know that. They had a fun fact when they popped up. I seen it about a year ago. They showed Alex his injury, and it was the same date, the exact same date. It was a home game, and I think the exact same team. I'm like, what a coincidence!
Wow.
What a coincidence!
And I bet you because Lawrence Taylor got Joe Theismann, it probably was Michael Strahan who got as or was it Pierre? What was Pierre's last name? Pierre. He
Pierre
played
Paul,
on the
Pierre Paul, not Pierre. No, Pierre. I know you're talking about.
he played on the opposite side of Strahan though.
Yeah, yeah. But all right, yeah. Well, we got off went from basketball to football, but we'll get to that football here towards the end. You got anything else on the NBA?
Nah, I ain't got nothing on NBA.
All right, let's do this here. We'll go over some baseball scores from the day. Their All Stars should be coming up this week, I think.
Yeah, there's the 17th.
Um, so you had the Cardinals beating my Braves. My Braves suck. They just suck. Cardinals beat them 5-4. The Cubs beat the Yankees. Chicago Cubs beat the Yankees
Hmm.
4-1. Marlins over the Orioles in Baltimore 11-1. Red Sox beat the Rays in Boston 4-1. The Reds beat the Rockies in Cincy 4-2. Mariners over the Tigers 8-4. Guardians over the White Sox 6-5. The Royals beat the Mets in KC 3-2. Pirates beat the Twins 2-1. Rangers beat the Astros 5-1. Brewers beat the Nationals 8-1. The Dodgers over the Giants 5-2 in 11. Athletics beat the Blue Jays 6-3. Diamondbacks beat the Angels 5-1, and the Phillies beat the Padres 2-1. And that is a rundown of your scores for Major League Baseball for tonight. Let's see. All right, I just mentioned it. We're under like 50 days of college football returning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can't wait. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how my Mountaineers are going to start doing with the new head coach. It's going to be different. It ain't going to be like it has been the last 6 years. There will be some winning. Yeah, it may take a I'm saying they get 7 to 8 wins this year.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was thinking. Well, didn't we discuss that before? We said they was
yeah,
gonna do 8-4.
8-4, 7-5. They'll go to a bowl game next
Yeah.
year. By year two of Regis's stance, by year 2 or 3, they'll be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have them in the playoffs. He's that good of a coach. He'll get his recruits in. He'll get his boys in. And the thing is, let me tell you this. This is what people don't know about Rodriguez. Rodriguez, he recruits speed for one thing, and he don't go after the 5-star blue chip players. You know who he goes after? The 2 stars and the 3 stars. And he maximizes the talent out of those players. And when you see him, he wins everywhere he goes. Once he starts getting the players in, he wins.
Right.
And I mean, if he can get a 4-star, he'll get a 4-star or a 5-star. But he's not like everybody else. Everybody's after that top talent. He
Right.
goes for the
Exactly.
ones. He is all about speed, 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 speed. So if he can find a speedster and work on his talent, that's what he does. Because you know what? You can't. Only way you can stop speed is with
With
speed.
speed. Yep.
He said that's what he says, and I agree with him
Or a
100%.
brick wall.
He said that he said you can have the best athlete on the field, but if he cannot catch the guy, what good is he? And that's the
Yeah,
truth.
that
Speed
is.
kills, and you can only counter speed with speed. So I'm excited to see what happens. And they had him the other day because they had Big 12 Media Day this past week, I think it was, and he said they asked him questions. He said, "I ain't worried about the quarterback position." He said, "I'm worried about other positions." So that's a good sign there because that's telling you you've got talent at the
Mm-hmm.
quarterback. What you got, Nico, and you got that other guy. I think Henderson, maybe.
I
Um,
don't remember who the other guy
I think
is.
they're both. I think both of them are southpaws. So I know
Oh, that's
Nico
gonna be
is.
interesting.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Henderson. I thought he was a lefty too, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm excited. And he said the thing is, because they asked him about being his stint back now since his last stint. He said, "Well, now he said I'm not dealing with a bunch of freshmen." He said, "I actually got men playing." He said, "I got a bunch of seniors because you had transfers come in,
Right.
so you've got guys that's actually played a few years." But here's my thing: like I was talking to one of my buddies today, playing a D school, coming to D1 is total different league. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got some players that can adjust, and others it's like I don't know, which I've never played. I've never played college ball, but I could see it as being like coming from middle school going into high school.
Yeah,
And even at that, you got some kids coming out of middle school can play with the high school kids once they come up. And
that's true.
you got some it's got to develop to get there. So that jump from D2 to D1 or whatever it may be, if there's any transfers or whoever, but I'm excited to see how that goes. Um, so let's see. Got this up and uh, there ain't much going on. Now I do this, and I don't know who. This is in the headline news in college. Trinity. I don't know who Trinity is. It said Trinity's OC's 8-year-old daughter dies in the Texas flood.
Oh,
Um, so I hate to hear that.
yeah.
And everything. Well, I think we mentioned that on our audio about them floods in Texas and everything
Yes,
else.
we did.
It's that's just horrible to hear and everything else. And to see finding out more people who had relatives in the area. I mentioned it about the Hunt family, but the Chiefs that owns the Chiefs, they had a relative, a 9-year-old in that as well.
Yep.
It's just more news comes out, and it's just sad. And the thing is, from which I don't watch the news a lot. I mean, besides ESPN, I'll get on ESPN, but national media, our mainstream news
Yeah.
media, I don't
I
watch
don't
it.
either.
So, but I'm hearing them talk about that the warning. the warning that was given out was delayed. But well, I won't go into who they're blaming on this on the air on this. But anyway,
Right.
but it's just sad to see that at all. So, but um, I guess that's about all the news as far as college sports goes right now. I mean, I'm just waiting to see it start, and I'm gonna. All right, well, I know we're a few weeks out. Here's my pick. I'm gonna have a pick, an early pick for college for the team, I'm gonna say this. I mean, injury bugs come and it changes everything. Um, but my team, my pick this year to win the national title. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
This is my pick, the Texas Longhorns. That is my pick.
Oh yeah, because Manning, yeah.
Manning, he's the best quarterback in the country right now, by far, the best quarterback in the country. I don't care, and he should have been starting last year. Now I'll tell you this, since we're on this, if Nick Saban was the coach of the Texas Longhorns last year, Manning would have
Oh,
been
Manning would
starting.
have been the starter.
He would have started him. I don't care if you got. I'm sorry, man. I'm tired of seeing it, and we see it around here in high school around our area. Because he's a senior or because he's a junior, he's an upperclassman. He's going to start and play no matter what. Even when you got a freshman, it is a 10 times better.
Yep.
I don't agree with that. I'm there to play the best talent that's on the field. I ain't there to make friends. I'm going to play the best talent that's on the field. And here's the thing: if Texas Longhorns would have played him, they probably would have started him. They probably would have come close to going and make a run for a win the title.
Yep.
But I just want to mention that before we move on to the NFL, because I was a subject that I was talking to with one of my buddies today on that. Uh, oh my goodness! Great news coming out of Browns camp. Are you ready for this? And it's not Sanders.
Okay.
You know their rookie running back they just drafted
Okay.
facing domestic violence charges.
Oh my gosh.
What's wrong with you boneheaded kids? What's wrong? I mean, come on. I mean, you boneheaded. That's what money does to you. These kids are getting money in college now. Before they even get it in the NFL, you get their career going. Now he's probably going to be suspended before he even gets playing. And
Yeah,
you know
you
what?
know, back
And
in the day, I understood them messing up they professional money. Now they messing up their college money.
yeah, and he just got drafted to the Browns, and now that stupid boneheaded. I drafted him in some of my leagues, and now he's already in trouble.
Oh
Man,
yeah, he ain't messing up college money. He professional now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just seen that. Let's see here. I don't think we got much more going on. Um, I think I don't know if I mentioned this. I mean, these 49ers receiver Robinson. The other day I think we may have mentioned it, where he had a DUI.
Yes, we did. We did
Well,
do
he
him.
plead he pleads no contest. uh, uh, I don't know about, man. I don't know. No, that's not my numbers. I didn't blow that. I don't know what's wrong with that machine. It's that machine. Oh man. And an ex-Jags player employee. Oh, that faces theft charges. That's in Florida.
Oh yeah, we talked about him. He was
Yeah,
the embezzlement dude.
yeah. So yeah, there ain't much going on. We'll just wait to see what comes out. I ain't seeing Watt's name pop up. But I tell you what, I will say this. I will say this. If the Steelers want to trade TJ Watt, is it JJ?
JJ. No,
JJ.
no, TJ.
TJ.
JJ is the one who retired.
Yeah.
TJ is with
If
Steelers.
they want to trade TJ Watt, I'll tell you what. Us Kansas City Chiefs will take him. We will love
Oh
to
yeah.
have him. We would love to have him on there right beside Chris Jones and the other ones they just recruited. Bring him on. If you don't want him, we'll take him. He's a wrecking force. And
Yes.
he's your best athlete on the defensive side. So if you want to be bonehead like the Cowboys, you just go ahead and trade him.
No,
All right. You got anything else?
the only thing I had with the NFL is one thing I looked up earlier today, and that was Amari Cooper is still a free agent.
You know, and that's shocking. Yeah, he went, he left, went to Buffalo. I don't know what happened there. I mean, he still
He
had.
was underutilized there.
I mean, they didn't throw him to the ball hardly. I
Yeah,
mean, and the Chiefs were looking to get him. But now the Chiefs don't need him because they're so loaded with the receivers.
exactly.
I mean, like I said, until somebody can bring it up, I still think the Chiefs got the best receiving core out there right now. Uh, when it comes to who they got on their roster. Um, but injury bugs can change that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
When season can get when season starts. But all right, anything else?
No, I didn't have anything else. I did want to give a shout out to a couple of podcasts that I do. Sometimes I get some of my information off another podcast. I be watching, like, I give a shout out to the Ben Daniels podcast, John the Liquidator, Rudy's Rant, and the Fly Hippie, because those are the ones that I be sometimes watching, and I'll sometimes see what they're talking about, and I'll tailor what our stuff about what they left out and what I wanted to touch up on. But that's all I got.
All right, like we always do at the end of each episode. If you're thinking about harming yourself or hurting yourself or others, give the quick number a call, 988 dial 1. They'll get you into the resources that you need. Or that's the Veterans Crisis Line. It's 1-800-273-8255. Same thing, dial 1. But that quick number will get you there easier. It's easier to remember than that long number, 988 dial
Yep,
1.
988.
Don't be afraid to take that step. Help each other out. Watch your battle buddies. Don't be afraid to talk about it. I mean, it makes a big difference. It takes a weight off your shoulders.
It does.
It does. So don't be afraid to take that step. Is that it, Beans? Anything else?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night. We'll see you on the audio during the week sometime, and stay
Yep.
safe.
I do have something now. I just think about it at the last minute. I do want to thank those that came on the live, and we didn't have anybody in the chats, but I'm gonna start. I'm keeping an eye on the chats now, because I've blown it like in 2 cases where somebody said something in the chat and I totally missed it.
Me
But
too.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the chats, and I looked in the chat, nothing's in the chat. But feel free, if you ever decide to want to comment on something that we're talking about, chime in the chat, and I'm promising this time going forward we are not going to forget you.
Nope. I was paying attention. I was looking over at it this time. Make sure you got any questions or subject you want to bring up, put it there in the chat, and I will keep an eye on it so we can talk about it.
Oh yeah, if there's something that you want us to research and so we want to talk about it, let us know and we'll get back with you.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night and a good week, and stay safe.
Alrighty.